Hey guys, Luke here, and I'm here to do another video. I think this is episode 17, and we're going to take on the former Broncos side. So, actually we'll change the stadium for once, just for something different. We'll play at Suncorp, seeing we're playing a Broncos side. Suncorp, versus, should be here somewhere. There we go. So let's get into the game. See, Michael Ennis is the captain. I suppose like he's the only suitable one out of all these guys, I think, to be a captain. Except for maybe Brent Tate. Now, Peter Wallace as well. Now, you might not think some of these sides, you might think, they wouldn't really have a good lineup of former players. But let me assure you, like the Broncos, they've got one of the strongest sides. Or I would think they have one of the strongest sides. I mean, a lot of their players, I found I was struggling for forwards because a lot of their forwards have stuck around for a long time.
Hello,
so, going here, we've got our dream team. It's the same lineup as last time. I haven't changed anything. So, you know, there's all the players. So, we've got Red Burr starting, Fafita starting, etc., etc. Clemmer on the bench, blah, blah, blah. So, we let them run out, and then once the team lineup appears up on the screen for you, I'll read it out. So we've got Darius Boyd at fullback, Tuqiri and Winterstein on the wings, Gagai and Brent Tate in the centres. You have Corey Norman and Peter Wallace as the halves, which is, I think, the halves pairing that they actually were at some stage. And then we got Dunamis Lui and Ashton Sims as the props, Michael Ennis is the hooker, Ben Teo, Dave Taylor and Greg Eastwood at the back row and lock. And the bench is Setu, Lama Tasi, Neville Costigan and Gerrard Beale. Now we'll go through the team individually, and be off the top of my head when they actually play for them. I mean, all of them been fairly recent because, you know, if they weren't recent, they would be playing. We go to Darius Boyd. I think his last season was 2008 before linking up with the Dragons, and I don't think he's playing fullback for this side now, but I don't think he'd actually played fullback at all. I think he played wing. I know there was like I remember seeing a video of him doing like some sort of crab walk. It was quite funny. Fox Watch, you might be able to find it on YouTube or something. I guess search it up, Darius Boyd funny walk or funny run, or I don't know, something like that. Crab run.
With a punt.
So yeah, that might be worth having a look. It's just him running it back, and then he does like a little he walks sideways rather than running forward. It's quite strange, and it was for the Broncos. We then move on to the wingers. Started with Lote. There was actually a few people, notable people that missed out on the back line. First off, I'll say from top of my head. There was Steve Michaels, who's at the Titans. I don't think he's very good, but, you know, he played for a few years. I can't remember if he played wing or... I think he played wing for them. Maybe centre. I'm not sure. And then there was Joel Moon. Joel Moon used to play for them. I think he plays for Leeds now. He's a really good player. I think he left them to go play for the Warriors. So I think he's playing pretty well in Super League. Super League fans, be able to let me know how Joel Moon's going. Since he's been over in Leeds or wherever he's at. Or Thurston.
That's a textbook tackle.
And then I think I saw Reece Robinson was also at the Broncos. I mean, I don't know if he played first grade or not, but that could be a problem. There's a knock on. You can tell it's going to be a knock on when I press the offload button and nothing happened. Going in for a big hit there, and we missed it all the time. So yeah, Tuqiri and Winterstein are the wingers. So obviously Tuqiri's at Rabbitohs, and I believe he left maybe like 2002, 3, something like that, to go play rugby union. I think he played for the Warriors the whole time, but I could be wrong. I think it was Wendell who went and played for the Reds. Not really sure with all the like Super Rugby teams. Pretty sure Queensland, yeah, Queensland Reds definitely. We got the New South Wales Waratahs. Yeah, so Tuqiri went and played there, but he killed it at the Broncos. I'm not sure what year he debuted, but he was there for a while. He's probably the one who was there, like, furthest to go. Sorry, like, when I say that, I mean, God damn. When I say furthest, I mean, you know, everyone else has been from, like, 2009, 2010, stuff like that. And, yeah, then you got Lote Tuqiri, who's in, like, 2003 or something. I'm not leaving in the comments what was the actual year. Because 2002, 2003, that seems like the time. Oh, Brad Raja just burns Tuqiri. Tuqiri's got shitty pace on this, I have to let you know. I also had a look at his stats before, and he has 63 acceleration. So I'm not sure how accurate that is. I mean, obviously Tuqiri's not the fastest anymore. I don't know how fast he was in his prime. I suppose he was pretty quick. I always figured Tuqiri's one of those like powerhouse guys. And then we move on to Winterstein. I haven't really talked about him much. Yeah, he's a pretty good winger. I actually thought, I was thinking about this last night. Well, today, I'm recording it right before the Bulldogs play Manly.
That's 2 points, my friend.
And yeah, so that means the night before with the Cowboys and Roosters. I'm really disappointing about that. Cowboys got robbed, that's my opinion. But yeah, Winterstein, I was thinking, oh man, I remember on the Rugby League 2 World Cup game, I remember I used to buy Winterstein because I thought he was going to be like the greatest like winger ever at the Broncos. He was young and he came in and he was doing pretty well. Him and I thought were going to be awesome, and then he sort of, I can't remember if he got injured or what happened to him. Then he ended up at Cowboys. I think he went there to play centre, but he hasn't really played centre. I don't think he's good enough to be a centre, to be honest. I think he's a decent winger. We'll never be able to forget his howler, where he could have did it a lot earlier. Sorry, not earlier. I did it too early with Tompkins. What sort of kicks we want? That's a good kick. Thurston be able to come in and put a tackle in. Too long. That's a terrible kick. We'll make some subs. Yeah, so Winterstein, who's bought as a centre, I believe, but never really hit it off. And they had Brent Tate, and Kane Lennox did a pretty good job there as well. So why would you like change the centres? But yeah, the howl I was talking about is one where he had the ball and he like tripped over his feet and landed before the ground and dropped it with the open try line. It was really funny. Really funny. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I suppose you could just search up Winterstein fail or something. I don't know. Then we move into the centres. Dane Gagai. I'm not even sure if he actually played a first grade game, but I know he definitely was in their side. He was in their squad in like 2008 or 9, and he got sacked. I think he might have got on the piss. Got in trouble for being like drinking and stuff. We've seen he does. I mean, it's hard to judge, but he doesn't really have the best attitude from what it seems. I mean, you just got to look when he was in that emerging Origin squad and didn't turn up. That's something. It kind of cost him a chance at Origin maybe this year. Who knows? But yeah, he was there, and I think he was in the side. I don't know if he was a regular, but he was in the squad. Then we got Brent Tate, who I think he might have left in like 2007 or 2008. Really good player for the Broncos. Obviously, he went to, well, he finished up at the Cowboys, but he went to the Warriors. A few of these lads went to the Warriors. John Moon, well, that's what I was talking to before. Yeah, so I think we could just brush him off there. Really good run by Sonny Bill, or was it Tony Williams? I thought Tony Williams actually. No, it wasn't. Yeah, so Brent Tate, he's the other centre. Moving to the halves, which we like their halves pairing for last year at some stage. Oh, we got Matt Scott here. And that's not who we wanted to pass to. They're going to race away and score here. Tompkins is the only one who get close, really. God damn it. It's not even, we wanted to pass it to Thurston, but I wasn't sure if it was going to make it. And it's one of those things where you don't really have time to think about it, you just have to do it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Luckily enough, we got some intercepts of our own. Yeah, Norman and Wallace. I'm not really sure Norman. I remember they were saying he like replaced Carmichael Hunt as fullback, and he like played a pretty good game the first game, not all going Carmichael, and then like a few weeks later he was dropped to reserve grade. It's a bit strange. He was in and out. Same as like Ben Hunt. I don't really understand the Broncos with their youngsters. Well, with Anthony Griffin anyways. Like they talked up Norman. He seemed to have the talent. I think Lote said he was pretty good. Like, everyone seemed to think he was pretty good, except the coach just kept playing him out of position. He played him at fullback when he was a 5'8". I think that's why he left the Parramatta as well. And then like right at the end, he decides to like play him at 5'8", and then flips everybody around and goes, "Oh, why aren't they playing well?" It doesn't work. Same way, like you're playing Josh Hoffman 5'8". What are you doing? Yeah, Ben Hunt's been good, but you know, who knows? Not Hoffman. Corey Norman could have been a really good 5'8" for them if they persisted with him. And I'm a little bit not sure why Peter Wallace got let go. Maybe it was money, I don't know. But I think he would have been really good for Ben Hunt. He's got a pretty decent kicking game. He's a good leader. And Ben Hunt's pretty much had to do everything by himself. And there's an intercept. Greg Inglis. Too easy. Although, to be fair, all my tries have been from... Actually, no, one of them wasn't. But most of them have been just runaways. So, yeah, Wallace, I would have personally kept him at the Broncos. He would have fit in well with Ben Hunt. But I suppose no one was actually sure what Ben Hunt was going to be like. So I don't know. And then we move on to the props. Dunamis Lui and Ashton Sims. Now in this game, Dunamis Lui is the second row, but I'm pretty sure he's a prop at Manly. But he was there last year. He was sort of in and out of the side. I think he'd been playing first grade since like 2011 or something, 2010. He's been around for a fair while, just never really cemented a spot. Whether that's due to talent, due to their props, I don't know. It's not up for me to judge. Let me go Ashton Sims. He played there for like 2 years, I think. I think he'll always be known for being the dude who dropped the ball in Wayne Bennett's last game as coach against Storm with like 20 seconds to go, and then Greg Inglis scored. Oh, come on, Hainsey. And there's a great try to Rad Radra coming up. As long as he puts the ball down, he does. Yeah, so Ashton Sims, I don't know how successful he was there, but he's been pretty well. He's been pretty good for the Cowboys lately, which is more I give him credit to, because I never really thought of Ashton Sims to be a good player. I know he played at the Dragons for a long time, but yeah. And then move on to the hooker, Michael Ennis. Obviously, I'm very well aware of Ennis. I think he played half. I always remember, like, I wasn't really aware of like him playing hooker. I know the 2008 he played hooker, but I always thought he was a halfback. Then he signed with Bulldogs, played hooker, and he went on to play for New South Wales and be a really good hooker. Really glad Bulldogs signed him. Sad that he's leaving, but you know, it's time for a fresh start in the hooker position. I think he's lost it a little bit. Like, he doesn't really offer anything in attack, but like, credit where credit's due, he's a good player. Unfortunately for him, he was out for the season when they won the premiership in 2006. He was at the club, he just couldn't play, so sucks for him. But that's how it is. And then we got the second row. We've got Ben Teo and Dave Taylor. Teo left a few years ago, I think. Same as Dave Taylor. Oh, actually no, Taylor and Teo did a swap at the Rabbitohs. So Dave Taylor went from Broncos. He came into the team maybe 2008 or so. Just running at like centres and wingers, just playing really well. Signed a big contract with Rabbitohs. Didn't play very well for them, I don't think. That's just my opinion. Maybe you've got a different opinion to me. Then they got rid of him and brought in Teo, which I think is a better signing. But now he's leaving too, so yeah. So it's quite funny how he replaced each other, or they replaced each other. Now they're both not at the Broncos at all. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Oh, sorry, they're both not going to be at the Rabbitohs, I should say. Then we move on to Greg Eastwood, who was also a part of that like 2009 rebuilding stage with the Bulldogs, as with Ennis, and I think David Stagg came across from there as well. Fair few Broncos came across, a lot of the underappreciated ones. And Eastwood, he became like a cult hero at the Bulldogs. He's only supposed to be there for 1 year. Went over to Leeds for 1 year. I'm not sure how he went, but I know Bulldogs fans are crying out for him to return. Oh shit! Come on, Sean Johnson, get him. And we got him. Good tackle. Yeah, so Eastwood, I think at the Broncos he was always a pretty good player, but he was young then too. So, but I think he was playing for New Zealand at that stage. Pretty good player, and I'm really happy that he's at the Bulldogs now. Move on to the bench: Setu, Lama Tasi, Neville Costigan, and Gerrard Beale. And I think Gerrard Beale was the closest to being a regular for them. I know 1 year when I think Carmichael Hunt or whoever was, whoever was playing fullback got injured. I know Gerrard Beale mostly remembered by Broncos fans for being the dude who smacked Lockyer in the face with a bomb. I mean, obviously it wasn't his fault. Lockyer sort of just got in the way. He had to contest the bomb. It's unfortunate what happened. Nothing you can do about it. But yeah, that's probably the best memory that Broncos fans have. I think he was actually pretty good at fullback too. So, you know, he's at the Dragons now. I think he went to play fullback. Obviously, they got like 50 billion fullbacks, none of which are actually playing fullback, but, you know, there's that. We move on to like Setu. I think he's at the Raiders now. I think he did his Mormon mission. I think he might have played at the Dragons stuff as well. I don't know how good he was supposed to be. Or I don't really remember him too much. He hasn't really played too much first grade since returning. But yeah, he was there. Then you got Lama Tasi, who I don't think he played many games either. He came from Roosters. I think he was only there last year, but you know, he was there, so he's in the side. Then we got Neville Costigan, who I think maybe same sort of thing, 2008, something like that. Maybe even 2006 or whatever. Before like moving to Knights, and I think he might have played at Raiders as well. he got sacked, I think he might have been the same thing with Gagai, possibly. I don't know. I know a few people got sacked at the Gagai thing. I think. Hopefully I'm not wrong there. I probably am wrong. It's almost guaranteed that I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the side. Looks like we're going to pick up a pretty good victory here. We'll go out to Ennis. Hopefully we got an overlap here. We can put Morris away. And that's not going to happen. We'll get an offload. T-Rex there getting tackled. Quick play of the ball from Cam Smith. Wish that's one thing I wish that they would have, like, in the next game they fix up dummy half running. It's almost impossible unless you got like really fast play of the ball and actually no hookers, no markers. There's no chance. And honestly, that doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you get slow markers and that sort of stuff, but what can you do? Now, I'm not sure what sort of team I'm going to take on next time. Probably the Dragons. And also, this is suggested by, he's named NRL Vids with 2 S's. He's got a Knights logo, so I think he's a Knights fan, but thank you for the suggestion. Also, random videos everywhere. He's giving like lots of good suggestions, so I'll eventually get around to doing all these suggestions. And also, I'd like to take on the big ant side, or whatever they're called. I'm not sure of the exact name of the side, but it's the developers team, so that'd be kind of cool. And then I can just give my thoughts on the game. So, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye.